Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
I'll show you how it's done this time. Welcome to the
J-Man Show.
Why'd you pause?
I don't know.
All right. Let me show you how it's
done. I told you I lost my gusto.
I've noticed.
That's as far as it goes.
That is very unlike you. All right, let me try it now.
I'm exhausted.
Oh yeah. You were out in 25-degree wind chill and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, all that shit. It's okay. 17 degrees right now.
Well, then I'll take it from the top then. Welcome to the J-Man Show here on J360 Radio.
Introducing Carvana Value Tracker, where you can track your car's value over time and learn what's driving it. It might make you excited.
Whoa, didn't know my car was valued this high.
It might make you nervous.
Uh-oh, market's flooded. My car's value just dipped 2.3%.
It might make you optimistic.
Our low mileage is paying off. Our value's up.
And it might make you realistic.
Car prices haven't gone up in a couple weeks. Maybe it's time to sell.
But it will definitely make you an expert on your car's value. Carvana Value Tracker. Visit Carvana.com to start tracking your car's value today.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome back to the J-Man Show for episode 88. Picking up from where we left off, me and Miss Jane were discussing stalkers and why they do what they do. Take it away, Stacey.
I worked with this girl, female, woman, whatever you want to refer to her as, and she got hired in. This is a few years after I was working at this place. And so she befriended me, and, the next thing I know, we were, hanging out. She had kids. I have my kid. We were, setting up, play dates with her kids and stuff. And she was going through a divorce, and I was already divorced. So I was, giving her, some advice as far as, what to expect and stuff. And so we were kind of, hanging out a lot and talking a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so she would invite me to hang out after work, and she's like, I just want to ask you some questions about some stuff with my attorney and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So we would go out for drinks here and there and have dinner, and it was fine. And I felt like there was some sort of awkwardness to us hanging out, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And I'm like, I was like, I wonder if she has a crush on me or something. Is that weird? And I wasn't sure what to think about it. I'm like, okay, this is odd. Because she would just kind of hug on me a lot and touch me a lot when she's talking to me, and just be super complimentary. She would compliment me a lot, say I look really good. Or, just stuff like that. It was kind of creepy, the way she would say it.
Yeah.
Kind of sizing me up, just mind fucking you,
Wait,
It was just, weird.
Well, this example, she would give you a hug, and then she'd pull away and then size you up and down. So,
yeah. It was just weird. I picked up on certain things, and I just felt, oh, maybe I'm just reading into this wrong. I don't know. I just was not picking up on it. So next thing I know, she was like, hey, I don't have my kids this weekend. We should just go out and just get crazy and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Girls' night, fun.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to hang out with a bunch of other girls. Well, they never showed up, or I'm not sure what happened, but it was just her and I. So we went out, had a few drinks, and she tried to kiss me. And I'm like, oh boy, this is real weird now. So I was like, what are you doing? She goes, oh, it's nothing. It's just a friendly thing. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not, no, and I kind of pushed her away. And she was like, what? It's fine. It's, we're just friends, blah, blah, blah. She kind of blew it off like it was no big deal. And I'm like, okay. So then she ordered shots. We were drinking more. She tried it again. I was like, okay, this is just real weird. And I was like, I'm going to go now. And she's like, what? Are you mad at me? Don't be mad. And then she would just talk to me like, oh, don't be mad. And she was just doing this weird girl sobby thing. I don't know. And I was like, okay, just stop.
Yeah,
I was getting annoyed.
She was trying to ploy you in, and
it was like a weird manipulative thing. Like, oh, don't be mad. I'm so sweet and cute, and you need to like me. Blah blah blah. Well, anyways, I was not having it. I was getting pissed. So finally, I left. I took an Uber home and whatever, and she kept texting me, and she's like, "Are you mad at me? Please respond." Blah blah blah. And I was blowing her off. So I was like, no, fuck you.
You had every right to do that, by the way.
So then it got weird at work. So she was being super nice, overly nice. Like, did I make you uncomfortable? I'm really sorry. Kind of apologetic. She starts with that. Uh-huh. Next thing you know, I'm still blowing her off, not responding to her. She's trying to say, let's meet for lunch. And I'm like, no, I'm real busy. And then she's starting to catch on that I'm blowing her off more. Now she gets mad. So she starts sending me meaner messages. She just starts getting nasty. And then, to make a long story short, because I'm just going off on a tangent here on it, she started to start rumors at work saying that we were in a relationship and we were having a lover's quarrel. And then next thing I know, I'm getting called into the HR office saying that I need to remedy the situation with my relationship. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they say, your relationship with this girl, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. They're like, yeah, we know because she told us, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, that's not real. That's nothing. And they're like, yes, it is, because we see you guys hanging out all the time. We see how you guys interact. I go, I'm not interacting on anything. And I'm like, what? So they literally took her side, believed her stories, made it super uncomfortable for me, then started all kinds of weird sabotage type things at work. And I was like, oh my God, she's trying to get me fired. No way. No. So I jumped the chain. I went to the regional HR and I filed a complaint. And things got real messy. She ended up getting fired. And I ended up quitting a year later. But it was really uncomfortable for that whole year before I found another job.
See, not only is it messing the game up in terms of making connections like that, because once it gets awkward, but it's also messing the money flow up, man.
Yeah, it was really bad. I mean, I got passed up for a promotion. And, it was an easy, I should have had that job. I should have had that promotion. I had it in the bag. I was qualified for it. I applied for it. I even had a manager tell me, yeah, this is yours. They passed me up for it. And I filed another complaint with, the HR saying that it was, I can't remember what it was called. There's some sort of specific term for it at work. But they said I got passed up because of the whole situation with the whole HR complaint thing. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to go work for another company because this is bullshit. So she fucked up my job for me.
Yep. And see, that's why I'm not big on workplace relationships, and neither are you. Because
no, I have a hard time even being friends with people at work. I don't want to hang out with you after work because I don't know what you got going on with your weird ulterior motives.
Hey, I'm only human. I'm just kidding.
Right? We can be friends. Just friends, I swear. It's okay.
Oh, God. The fact that she did all that.
That was fucked up.
just reminds me of all sorts of crap, you know what I mean? That people write about all the time. Like, that stuff is what investigative discovery banks on every night. Mm-hmm. That kind of situation.
Yeah, it was a real rough go.
I'm glad you got out of it, though. I mean, because that stuff the emotional scarring alone is painful. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah. It was bad. She tried to contact me a few times. I mean, mind you, over the whole course of the thing, I mean, it wasn't just at work. I mean, she was coming to my house and leaving notes in my mailbox, leaving notes on my car. She keyed my car. I mean, it got real messy. It was bad. It was scary. I was like, disgusting. Oh, God. She's a nutso.
Well, she's long gone now, right? So
yeah, she hasn't tried contacting me for a few years now. But yeah, I think like 2 years ago she tried connecting over like social media, and I blocked her.
Yeah.
I was like, stop creating fake accounts.
You know, and I thought my rogues gallery was bad, but yours is like, what the hell?
It's extensive. It's really extensive.
Listen to me be supportive, Barry.
I never really think that I have like enemies necessarily. It's, you know, it's a weird love-hate thing with some people. And it's literally, it's those boundaries that are crossed with people. So, you know, I feel like it's really important to establish those boundaries with people. And you gotta communicate, you know, if you're into somebody, cool, let them know. I mean, if they're not, then at least you know, and you're not making it awkward for them for like, I don't know how long, but it's like, don't take it personal. If somebody's not into you, it's just, they're just not. And that's okay for them to not be into you. Find somebody else that is. And then go stalk them. No.
Oh, see, you open a can of worms. Now you just gave him a free pass to go ahead and do this.
I'm just kidding. I don't condone that. I'm just saying, don't bother me. No.
Right. Leave everybody alone. The important ones.
Just stop. Just stop. Oh my God. Like, find a hobby. Like, why do you have to stalk people? Like, seriously, find something else to do.
Well,
be productive.
They already did. It's called Instagram.
Right? Stop.
All right, fine.
I just stalk Instagram. I don't stalk people. I just stalk the site.
Hey, what makes it so sad is some of these people, they all do kind of use social media to do that stuff. Like, they'll go ahead and they'll do those things, say they're photographers, filmmakers, all that stuff. Make all of us look bad. And it's like, come the F on, man. I'm legitimately trying to build a business here.
I definitely feel like there's a certain level of like the followers and then the stalkers of the social media sites, because you've got like your followers where I feel like there's some level of interaction,
right?
Where they're letting you know that they're following you by commenting or liking posts. And then there's like the weird kind of stalkers where they're just watching your stories and never, ever, ever commenting on something. Mm-hmm. That, to me, is more creepy than somebody who wants to constantly comment on my posts or my pictures.
Yeah, possibly. Either way, it's
a weird, it's just a weird thing to me. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're so interested in seeing what I'm doing, why aren't you interacting with me? Like, why don't you say hi?
Right.
Or, you know, like, just let me know you like what you're seeing, I guess. I don't know. Not saying you have to send me a thirsty message, but maybe you appreciate my art.
The thirst.
The thirst is real.
It is.
It's so real.
I need you in my veins.
Right?
That's the way these people go, man. Like, you just look at it from time to time. I mean, that's your female stalker.
Something.
I mean,
something God. Like that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, whew.
I know. You're like, I don't even know what to say after that.
I mean, it's like, I mean, think about it. They come for people who are a magnet for those things. It's like how sometimes I attract ugly women, and I have to tell them, "Hey, no, it's not going to work like this. It's just not going to happen. I'm not into
ugly women."
look, I get it. Everybody is beautiful in their way, but you can't say that without seeing somebody that fell off the tree and hit every branch down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't do this. And then, like, people are like, look at how sensitive Jay is. It's like, look at how pissed off Jay is. What are you talking about? I can't.
To each his own. You know, when you're just not attracted to somebody, you're not attracted to somebody.
It's just the way that goes.
It doesn't mean I don't know. I get it, though. Like, I have a lot of people that I know, I get it. I know they're interested in me. They find me attractive. I'm just not attracted to them.
Right.
I'm really fucking picky.
Right.
Like, I haven't dated in like over a year because I can't find anybody that I'm interested in. I can't get past the initial attraction and then what comes out of their mouth next. And then I'm like, ugh.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
No.
as soon as the foot enters their mouth, right, you're just done. You know what I mean?
I'm so done.
And that happens.
It's bad. There's just a lot of stupid people.
Big time.
Oh my
Matter
God.
of fact, those morons are one of the reasons I have this show.
I have no tolerance for stupid.
Oh God,
I really don't. I can't get down with it.
It's like you're just trying to get on your own keel about these things, but oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
It's bad. Like, it's bad. Like, or just some, they just have no personality. And you're
Nothing
like,
going
okay. Like, you're into cars. Cool. You're into sports. Cool. Like, I'm not. like, I hate sports. I'm just,
hey, don't you insult the Philadelphia logos around here.
I know. Hey, but you know what? That's okay. Because that's just not what I'm into. It's not what I'm attracted to. So that means I'll be fine finding something else.
Well, maybe you should. Bubba. I'm just kidding.
You know, I tried dating a guy that was a huge, like, sport fanatic dude. He wanted to go to games a lot, and he was just too much of a jock to me. And he just, every time he laughed, he sounded stupid. He sounded so dumb, I couldn't even, like, handle it.
Was it a stereotypical kind of laugh?
God. It was like, I was like, how do you laugh like that? Like, what the fuck?
That is a posh laugh, isn't it? That's like one of those upper crust kind of laugh.
I'm not even kidding. I can't make this up. He would laugh like that. It was terrible.
Jesus Christ,
I mean, I'm friends with, like, his neighbor down the street, and she would say the same thing. So it's like, I know.
Oh,
like, he sounds dumb.
You know, I can't deal with that.
Right? And so I'm just, I can't do it. Like, ooh. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with sports. There's nothing.
Oh, I know that. I'm just giving you hell. You live in
like
Detroit.
them. It's not for me. I can't sit and watch. I don't really care. It's boring to me. You know, I'm sure, like, these podcasts, they're probably boring to some people. Nobody wants to listen to them. I get it. It's not for them.
Well, they're not all winners, and we're not supposed to be open to everybody. It's just when people find us, it's like, what do you expect? A good story, something to take you away from the time, or something you relate to. There's nothing wrong with that, you know?
Right.
We were never put on this earth to please everybody. That's the number one thing.
I know. I mean, if you think about it, so statistically, in the United States, there are 7.5 million people that are stalked every year.
I mean,
every year. 61% females, 44% males. You know, and it's like an estimated 15% of women and 6% of men have been a victim of stalking during their entire lifetime. That's craziness.
And it's gotten a lot crazier with the easy access of technology and with people throwing out their business every so often and course, you got some people that don't know the way of the world and stuff like that, and then you got some people that go across the barrier. Like, some people are robbing the cradle, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Just to try to get some action, because they can't get any from, where they're supposed to be at.
Yeah. I mean, so so I talked 1, 2, 3. So I said 3 different types of stalkers. So one of the fourth one to mention is the incompetent stalker, which is known. They know the victim is disinterested, but they forge ahead in hopes that their behavior will lead to a relationship. So obviously, I've touched base on that type of stalker, like even my delusional stalker, of, hey, let's hang out and be friends and maybe we'll be something more. Even though you've already informed them there's going to be nothing more to this. We are just friends. This is how it's going to be. They can't take no for an answer.
Okay.
So unlike the intimacy seekers, the incompetent stalkers don't endow the victim with the unique qualities of they'll be viewed as crude, so that's their incompetent attempts, of courting the victim. They feel entitled, to them.
True.
I don't know. It's kind of it's a weird social interaction.
I'm going to stalk you and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Right? We're going to be together, whether you care that we are not. It's weird. It's the whole mental illness part of it is just, it's daunting. It's exhausting.
When we watch Pepe
they feel entitled. They don't even care.
Yeah.
That's just it. They just feel like you're going to be acquired in their life.
Well, it's kind of if we watch Pepe Le Pew do it, it's funny. But when you watch somebody do it in real life, it's this isn't cute at all, is it?
Analogy.
I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, Pepe, all he wanted to do is love that cat, and
I just love you, and you hate me, but I'm gonna love you anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff is funny.
Just pucker up.
You look at it in real life, and it's not. It's good Lord, this is ridiculous.
It's forceful.
Yes.
It's uncomfortable.
It's not helping. I mean, you're probably scaring the living daylights out of your, well, we can't call him lover, but I guess we can call victim, maybe? Yeah, that would be the word then.
Yeah, victim.
Because there's no love here.
Yeah. I mean, that's really what it is. If you are being stalked, you are now a victim.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you are in that situation. The fifth one is a resentful stalker. And those are the ones that tend to frighten and distress the victim. Not that any other ones have already done that or not, but this one specifically often feel persecuted and may go about stalking with an attitude of righteous indignation. It's they just, oh my God. They pursue a vendetta.
You have hurt my heart for the last time. I'm coming to get you.
Right?
And end your evil. What's involved?
So much like the first one I had mentioned, the rejected stalker.
Yep.
This one takes it to a whole different level where it becomes violent, and it can lead to other outcomes. So this is the person that you typically have had a relationship with, and it really did not end well at all, to the point that them being rejected or broken up with, they can't handle it and they lose their fucking minds. They lose their shit, and this is when they decide to take it to the next level of threatening you, bodily harm, you know, just being violent in other aspects of either coming to your work, coming to your home, you know, bothering other people in your life, like either a new partner or family member or, you know, friends. That's what happens with these guys.
Wow.
And then I think I missed one. Yeah, I actually did. I skipped one. But actually the final type for stalkers are the predatory stalkers. Those are the ones that are your sexual assault stalkers. So that's like your worst of the worst when it comes to stalker situations. So obviously I want to say that these are like different levels. The different types are like different levels of them, where it's like, you know, you're beginner, intermediate, advanced.
That's the worst part. And, you know, I'd hate to use this reference, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Negative.
Nah,
Yeah.
because you know why? Because a lot of kids like that franchise, and I'm not gonna ruin it for them.
We're not gonna plug them now. We're gonna delete that.
Yeah.
Bleep.
But man, oh man, it's like this stuff is on levels, like feminism.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's
Pretty
true.
much.
I mean, like, I'm glad you did not meet somebody like that, because you were just hitting every note on this orchestra piece. And
I know.
I'm just glad you get through this stuff alive.
Like the last story, I know that I had mentioned on like our agenda. It's pretty much the resentful stalker situation, where I was in a relationship with this guy, and it's weird. Like, we had a mutual friend, and I don't think she introduced us necessarily, but him and I had met and we started dating. And then, you know, she had found out that we were dating, and she was like, oh, let's all hang out. And, you know, I had known her for years, and, you know, we were like friends, but not like good friends. So it was like we were trying to be better friends. I'm not sure. But anyway, long story short, he cheated on me. I caught him, called him out on it, and I was like, I don't want to be with you anymore because you cheated on me. You're a bastard. And so he couldn't take the, how do I say? I guess I socially blasted him with pictures and stuff, because like I caught him and I got evidence and blasted him on Facebook and stuff. I don't really remember everything because this was years ago, but
Right.
He was really embarrassed and pissed that I did that. And so he was just kind of like, he did the whole, I'm really sorry, it was really dumb of me, you know, let's try to work it out kind of thing. And I'm like, no, not gonna happen. And he decided, okay, the nice guy thing isn't gonna work. So he decided to be vicious and vindictive, and he got my mutual friend on his side about it, which was really bizarre. And so he started harassing me and threatening me, and she started harassing me and threatening me, and they were coming to my workplace and causing a scene and he threatened to kill me. Yeah, he was like, I'm coming to your house, I'm coming to your work, blah, blah, blah. And then the female friend was just as involved and even like recruited people to harass me. And this went on for a long time. We're talking like probably a good year, if not more, of putting up with the harassment from various peoples of their social circle. All because he cheated on me and I called him out on it publicly.
Good Lord, man.
It was ugly. It was really ugly. I had to go to court. I had filed protective orders from both of them. It was really insane. It was pretty nuts.
Very much so, because you pretty much had reverse Scott Pilgrim versus the world going on right there.
Oh, the 7 evil exes. God, I've had more.
Jeez.
But yeah, so so he, as far as I know, he was arrested, and I'm not sure about any jail time per se, but there was charges brought against him for the threatening and the violent accusations. It was a mess. But he's tried to contact me even since then, years later, through other people through social media. It's been so crazy. I think the last time I tried to I had to block a message was like 2 years ago. I think it was. Yeah. I don't know what it is with these weird people that have to keep trying to come back into your life years later. They just can't let go.
Yep, and that's why they keep causing problems and harming themselves.
Yeah. It's just like, just let it go, man. Just move on. Just live your life.
I mean, you got all that.
What do you think you're going to accomplish by trying to come back into somebody's life again, like years later, especially after all that madness? Do you think I'm just going to be like, I forgive you. Let's hug it out.
Open arms. Let's make a family. I'll take care of the house note.
You're right. Just come back.
And then watch him mess up.
Nope.
Trip this behind out the window. I mean, it's just little things like that where you're like, no, not gonna happen at all. Don't want to be like, I'm not friends with any of my exes. I'm not friends with any of them. So it's like,
yeah,
it just doesn't feel right.
Very few. I mean, pretty much I'm like, you cheated on me, we're done. I don't even want to be friends with you. Like, what's the point? But, and I guess, that's happened to me a lot. I've had quite a few relationships where I've been cheated on, and I'm just like, why do I even try?
Right.
I literally, like, especially with the last relationship I had, mind you, it's been 14 months now. 14 months. Single. Haven't dated. Yeah, because that was a shit show.
Oh, yes.
But I'm like, why bother? Like, if you're just going to get in a relationship with me and decide it's not enough, I just want more.
What's weird is that when people do that kind of cheating, you've already got somebody capable. I know this is the grounds for another episode, but you already got somebody that's capable, can fulfill your needs and you fulfilling their needs. It's because he can't stand that attention and do what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? Because some people are like that,
Yeah.
She laughed at my
It's
penis.
not enough. Yeah.
She laughed at my penis and I can't handle it. So I'm going to go find somebody else. I'll teach you. The problem is there's somebody doing that right now, I'm sure.
Oh, God. So many people are doing that right now.
Yeah, instead of just mature
I
up.
always feel like, 2019. Right. Relationships are real different.
Big time.
But they don't have to be. There's a standard, there's an agreement. It's all about communication. Hello. Just talk to each other. That's all you got to do. You know what? If you don't want to be in a monogamous relationship, don't. Just don't.
Yeah.
Don't put a person who values a monogamous relationship and then break their heart and then, fuck up their whole mental stability of relationships by being that guy or that girl, that fucks it up for them. Don't do that. Just go on and do your own thing. You want to be in a polyamorous, relationship or swingers club or whatever it is, just being single, just because you don't want those attachments, just do that. Just communicate that. I don't understand what the problem is with people, why they can't communicate it. Just own it. You are what you are.
So scared of it, and they don't want
you
to.
You are what you are. You know what? It's you. There's all kinds of different people in different relationships. You know,
right.
You have the LGBT community. Like, I've got trans friends. I got people transitioning. I know people that, you know, they whatever. Just own it. You are what you are. You know, if somebody's judging you for that, they don't need to be in your life. Don't deal with them.
Because you also got some people who let this stuff happen. You know what I mean? They tolerate this stuff, and that's just lowering the level. That's just putting them down on that. It's like
yeah.
Yeah, you know?
That's a whole different victim manipulation scenario of, you know, they're just, what do you call that? Where they're just allowing themselves to be manipulated, and I don't know. I guess just living with a narcissist, and I don't know what you call that. There's a word for it. I know there is.
For it, but
I'm just drawing a blank right now. But like you're right. If you're in an abusive relationship, don't. Just get out of it. I don't care. I've left that shit behind. I walked away with a newborn baby, no car, no money, no house, no nothing. But you know what? You can't stay in that type of relationship. Like, don't.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
Any good. Got to get up out of there. And you got to keep looking for, you know, and here's the thing, right? See, some people, all right, like me. I just play the dating game. I just go ahead and see what I can do. If it doesn't come together, it just doesn't come together, but you carry on to the next level. You know what I mean? But you see, like, I had to develop that maturity. A lot of people, they still stuck in their ways, man. They're stuck in that elementary school of mind thing where I'm entitled. I'm supposed to have this and living on that timeline, so to speak. And that's just not the way it works.
People just don't respect people either.
Yeah.
I don't get that at all. Like, why? Why is it so hard to be a genuine person?
Because some people feel as though being cutthroat is the way to get stuff nowadays.
Right? Oh, vicious.
And you're not going to get no love by being cutthroat like that. I mean, sure, you'll get sex, but you'll get love. I mean, I'm saying sure you'll get sex, but it's not good sex. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like, some people will pay for that.
Because you're not connecting with people. Yeah. It's just temporary. It's a temporary fix. It's like a drug.
You know it.
You know? You get that fix. You get that high, and then it's gone. It goes away. And so you're just going to have to keep going back. Because it's an addictive thing, I guess. Mm-hmm. These people have what? Some sort of addiction? Like,
well, they got inferiority complexes, and they don't want to... You know, they don't want that word to get out, but you can kind of see it, though.
Right.
Anytime you run around here doing the stalker game, like what we went through on this level,
yeah,
pretty much. These people are inferior. I mean, they got no self-esteem, but they'll go through this transformation of ways to try to control somebody else. That's the saddest way to be.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get it with that, then they have that guilt complex thing. At least that's what I did when I confronted mine. She had all this guilt and this sob story and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, no.
That still doesn't give you no right to do these kind of things. It still doesn't give you no right to be there in unwanted circumstances or go ahead and leave little notes and all this kind of stuff. I don't care about any of this. But I do care about my well-being. I ain't going to let it happen.
Right.
You tell it right to their faces and stuff like that. Of course, they might retaliate. They might do whatever. But you just can't live with all that kind of stuff. You got to face it before it comes to get you. But you know, a lot of people don't know how to do that.
Right. I remember, like, with my last relationship, and, you know, I had kicked him out, and his mother, like, was reaching out to me, but she wasn't reaching out to me as in a way of, like, I'm sorry for what he did to you. She was the tree that the apple fell from.
Oh, yeah, she's blaming you.
she blamed me. And I was like, how is this my fault? I said, do you know who your son is? Do you even know his sexual orientation? Do you know anything about, like, what he did? Like, she was just in complete denial.
Sometimes the line
like,
can be this.
Well,
they might not have
Am I supposed to tell her that her son is a bisexual swinger and that he hid that from me through our whole relationship?
You could have done that, but here's the thing. The shock probably would have killed her. But here's the thing, right? It's like this.
I think she already knew, but she was in denial.
Oh, yeah, but that's, once again, the shock could kill her, because it's like, how'd you know?
I was like, your son was trying to marry a straight monogamous woman, but he's a bisexual and a swinger. So I didn't know how this was going to play out in the future, but when I found out about it, I was not okay with it. I'm sorry, I was not accepting.
Yeah, I mean, don't allow yourself to go into that.
But I think that's like where it came from, where she's like, she argued with me, like, well, why would you kick him out? Like, why couldn't you work it out? I'm like, I can't accept that. I'm sorry. I have to accept that he lied to me. He betrayed me. He was unfaithful. I feel completely just gaslighted. Like, I was totally gaslighted. You know, I uprooted my child to move an hour away. I bought a house for us. I was planning a future, and the whole relationship was a facade. I'm sorry. I'm not accepting this. Right? I'm the asshole.
You gotta see, and in those circumstances, that's when you gotta be the a-hole. You gotta go ahead and speak your mind. You gotta be like, hey, this
wow. Just like, I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just really devastated right now.
Well, I mean,
can't comprehend this.
And you respect yourself. Like, look, hon, the truth is that it doesn't take much to be an asshole, but here's the thing. When you have your own opinion, you have your own way of doing things, and you love yourself enough, you're automatically an asshole.
This is true.
That is kind of what our society is based on.
Yeah.
Because
I'm definitely an asshole.
Yeah, because we're supposed to...
yeah.
We're supposed to obey, sleep, and spin, and do all this other stuff. That's all we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
According to them.
Right?
Not so. Not so in real life.
No. So I was like, I respect myself enough to know that I don't deserve to be treated like this, and right. I don't deserve to have to raise my daughter and let her think that this is okay.
Right.
No, thank you. So, no. And mind you, for anyone that thinks that they're in a bad relationship or a bad situation, you can just as easily get yourself out of it as easy as you got yourself into it. So, I don't care what kind of sob story you have about your situation. Get out. You deserve much better than just settling for
right.
one, just being disrespected for 2, 3, being underappreciated. It's your life. You deserve to be happy and fulfill your passions and just get out of life what you deserve. Like, if you're in a situation you feel like, I can't get out of this, you are allowing that to be that.
And it'll continue forever until you get out of it.
Yes. So don't make excuses, because that's all it is excuses. And I don't feel a bit sorry for you if you're still stuck in it years later and you're like, I can't get out of this. I don't know how.
Yeah, no
you know
kidding.
What? I was unemployed, didn't have a job. I was like I had a house, I got a mortgage, I got bills. It's like I had no car. Like, come on. I figured that shit out. You can too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on.
Well, you see, we just come from a tough group here, Stacey. That's just the way it is.
The hustle is real.
Big time. And
but seriously, it's like, you can always get yourself out of a situation.
Oh, yeah.
You can. I don't care if you have to take a stupid job just to pay your bills. Doesn't matter. You're still working. You're making something of yourself. Right. Go back to school. Just work that shit job. Work your way up. Get out of it. Yeah. Just.
I've
been in a lot of shitty situations and a lot of shitty jobs.
Hey, you had to learn somehow. You know what I mean? The School of Hard Knocks is a very good teacher.
Right? But just know that you're way better off by doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have people to help me. I don't have family around. It's just me and my kid. Mm-hmm. It's all, you know. So, I can do it. You can do it.
Right. And the thing is that so many people, they need to have that that will and that drive. And you know what? It seemed like we're droning on about this, but it's true though. This is how you get out of the stalking situations. This is how you get out of those bad moments. You have to read the signs, and they are there. It's just that people blind themselves because they want that bliss, they want that love, but you didn't get no love. You got a stalker, an obsessive stalker, and a buttload of pain.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Crazy people. There's a lot of crazies. I get it. You got to filter through a lot of crazies.
Well, yeah. I mean,
sucks. But the dating pool is a cesspool of crazies.
You might have some bad dates, but you're gonna have bad jobs too, and that's just the way it goes. Like my current day job, I don't like it, but I do what I got to do,
right?
So I can get through it.
Right. It's not going to be like that forever.
Hell no.
That's not how the world works. Nothing stays the same forever. If you think it's always going to be that way, you have no idea. No day is the same as the next. Everything changes. Everything's different. Just think this situation is only temporary and you can make it better.
Yep. That's all that really matters. So, man, we really went all out on this Stalker Syndrome episode 2, hon.
I know.
Because we got an hour and 30 in.
It's pretty saturated.
Well, not only that, it's all over the place. I'm just kidding. That worked out like a plan. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and put a tie on this. After all, actually, is there one more story we had to cover? Or did we get everything?
I think that's pretty much it.
All right, well.
That's the gist of it.
That's the gist of it, y'all. We'll be back with another episode soon in the lineup of things. As a matter of fact, if this show hits 100, I wouldn't mind getting a voicemail from you, Stacey.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Because this show is getting up there, ladies and gentlemen. And hey, guess what? Double special, pretty much. 87 and 88.
87, 88.
Woo! Dang.
Whoop, whoop.
3 appearances, man. That's more than God. That's more than who?
That's more than most dates.
Wow. Right?
Can't get to the third.
Score.
You get one. You get your initial date. You get the second time to try to redeem yourself, and then the third time it's just not gonna happen.
Not at all. Oh man, it's always a charm to have you on this show, Stacey. You rock.
Thanks.
Oh god, you know what? There's gonna be more to come in the future, isn't there?
Absolutely, because we're always gonna have some sort of weird, crazy people stories.
Yeah, because they haven't stopped.
Like, did you hear about those humans again? Oh, yeah. They just can't get their shit together.
Nope, not at all. Ignorant bastards. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jay signing off. I'll see you all next week. And thanks again, Stacey, for joining us. Peace out.
Introducing Carvana Value Tracker, where you can track your car's value over time and learn what's driving it. It might make you excited.
Whoa, didn't know my car was valued this high.
It might make you nervous.
Uh-oh, market's flooded. My car's value just dipped 2.3%.
It might make you optimistic.
Our low mileage is paying off. Our value's up.
And it might make you realistic.
Car prices haven't gone up in a couple weeks. Maybe it's time to sell.
But it will definitely make you an expert on your car's value. Carvana Value Tracker. Visit Carvana.com to start tracking your car's value today.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, oh, sorry. We were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.